I believe one of the most vital questions God can ever ask us is this: why did you become a Christian? That's a fair question, coming from the Creator. Did you become Christian so that I would serve you, or so that you would serve me? Because in the moment of a crisis, in a moment of difficulty, suddenly the blessings disappear. Suddenly, all those things that we stood on once are gone. And if everything was stripped away, if everything was lost, would Jesus Christ really be enough? So, the question you need to ask yourself at this time of crisis is, will you stick out? Will you stand fast and hold on to the Lord Jesus Christ? And if you don't know Him, now is a good time to be curious about your Creator in this difficult time. I'm going to share personal information with you right now. I've been struggling a lot recently, and I've been finding it difficult the time that we are in. And every night, pretty much every night without fail, for the last 2 weeks or so, I've been pleading with God, Lord, please stop all these people from dying. I've stopped watching the news because when I hear of all these lives that are lost, it's been bothering me, and I've been crying to God, please bring an end to this. But what hurts me the most is the people that died without knowing Jesus. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 8 and 9, Paul is asking God to remove this thorn of the flesh, this messenger of Satan. And it says, let me read it from the Bible here, verse 8 and 9. It says, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord about this, that it should leave me. But He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon you. His grace is enough. It's very simple. The fact is this, that we are weak right now. We are struggling. We might be swimming around like Dory in Nemo, not knowing where we are going. But what should we always remember? That God's grace is enough. And He will cover us with the right amount of grace to get us through each difficult day that we are going through right now. A wise old king once wrote these words, and I will read them to you. They are very well known. It's the famous Psalm 23 and verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. So maybe you just lost your business, maybe you just lost your job, but you still got to be walking. You might be in the very center of pandemic, but you still got to keep walking. Every dream you've ever had might have been stolen from you, but you still got to keep walking. The person you love more than anyone else might have gone. They might be no more, but you still got to keep on walking. Why? Because lying down defeated won't solve anything. Self-pity, although there's a certain temptation to feel sorry for ourselves, won't solve anything. Nothing. And there is a temptation right now at this time to try to comfort ourselves with sin, to go back into the world for a thrill, but you know that once that thrill is over, you're left even more broken, even more unsatisfied, even more sorrowful. The only option we have is to keep walking. There is no plan B. The only option is to grab the hand of Jesus Christ and get through this crisis with Him. But you're saying, I can't, Maria. You don't know how anxious I am, and you don't know how much I am struggling right now. And you are right. I don't know, but He does. And to you, my friend, I say this. Just take one step at a time. One step. What good is one step? My valley is deep and long and wide, and one step won't get me very far. Now, will it? Well, let me tell you something. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was built one brick at a time. The Notre Dame Cathedral was built just one brick at a time. So just take one step at a time, keep moving forward, fix your eyes on the shepherd, and He'll guide you through this crisis one step at a time. Just keep walking.